Welcome back to the channel, guys. Hope you've been enjoying the videos thus far. In today's video we'll be carrying on with the Mini where we left off on the last video. That was pumping out the dent on the side. So thank you for subscribing, everybody. Don't forget to tell your friends about it and enjoy this video. Okay, so this is the dent here. So I'm actually going to drill in here and then whack it out. I'll put you on a time lapse and see how that goes. Okay, so I've been drilling these holes with a 5mm drill bit. Actually it's 4.8, and I've been screwing this in here. That goes like in the puller, but it actually just pulls out. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to take the 6mm bolt and nut, and I'm actually going to weld the nut against the body there, and then this will obviously, I'll unscrew the bolt from it because the nut will be there, and then this bolt will go into this puller, and then I'll try to pull it out. Let's see. That should work. I can't see it not working because when it's done I can just grind the nut off, weld these holes closed, grind it, do the necessary body filler and stuff there. So I'm assuming, should it work, I'll probably weld a few more nuts on. So this will act as my spot welds if you have that fancy machines, which I don't have, and then I'll try pulling this out. So that's stacked up there now. Don't know how strong it is, but I'm going to give it a bash. I'm going to put the actually pulling tool on here now and then see how it pulls out. So I've got a longer bolt. I'm going to put a nut on here. So I'm actually going to screw this in here now. That's right up to against that nut, and I'm going to lock it there just to make it stronger. I'm going to attach the tool, the sliding hammer. Let's attach the sliding hammer and let's see what happens. Well, so obviously that weld wasn't too strong, it kind of just ripped it off, but she definitely moved. There was definitely some movement there. So I can actually feel there's a bulge here now. It's higher than this section here. But I think this strength of this body is actually holding this with the seam. I think this is actually holding this panel here, this section here. I have to come up with another plan. Try to weaken the section a little bit here. I don't know. I'll figure out what I'm going to do to get this arc going here. Alright guys, so I'm going to, this panel is quite close to, it's quite close. I pushed out quite a few, created a little bit of extra things, but I mean that I can shrink down. But this panel, if I run my hand over it, and if I, you know, just look, it's not feeling too bad. Small little ding there. So this is now out here, where this, on this, where the scratch was here, this is out. Small ding there, but that'll get out. But I want to move on to this door next here. The only way to get that dent out is obviously you try to push it from the inside, but if you look on the inside, there's no space here, so I'm gonna have to cut a little hole here. I'm gonna cut a hole here so I can work from the inside of the door and get that dent out. And when it's complete, then I can weld the section back in here. And I'll weld this patch close again. Once the door card is on, and I'll give it a spray. Obviously once the door card is on, you won't really know. But that's the only way I can get to this, because what I wouldn't want to do is to drill holes in here and try to pull it out with the slide hammer. That I don't want to do. So I'll rather make a hole on the inside and hit the door from the inside out. I think that's going to be the best in tackling this dent here. Okay, let's carry on. There's our little hikey, our little hole. So I can hit the door from this side now. That's coinciding with the dent this side. So I'm gonna give it a couple of bashes and see what happens. Okay, that's not looking too bad. That dent is nice out now. Obviously you'll have all these little nipples and things here, but that is when I'll just use my hammers and just finesse it a little bit. I need to shrink this metal a little bit here as well. I'll use the torch and I'll shrink this here because it's obviously stretched due to the impact. But I'd say this panel is not looking too bad considering what it looked like before. A little bit high here, but I mean that like I said, I can shrink that metal in there. Yeah, I think I'll end this video here. So on the next one, we'll be tackling the dreaded rust. Thanks for watching, guys. Until the next one. Cheers.